What's up, everybody? Shawn here, back with another live Live to Roll. We got the Quadcast crew hanging out today, talking some disability fashion, adaptive clothing. So we'll get into our basic intros and get right into this. So, Shawn, I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident 19 years ago now. I don't know my cool Asia sign, but, you know, Tom will give you that eventually.
That's okay, dude.
Tom.
I'm gonna figure it out for you. What up?
I
I
honestly do need to figure mine out, but go for
I
it,
don't know,
dude.
bro. Like just from my professional opinion, you're probably C6B, maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about. In any event, sorry for cursing in the first 60 seconds and getting this video demonetized. Um, I'm Tom Conaway. Hey, all you fashionistas out there. We're talking fashion today. We're talking about looking good and feeling good and all those wonderful things. Excited to be here. I'm Tom Conaway, C6B quadriplegic. Uh, and Bobby, you want to take it over?
Sure, just like Tom. Happy to be here. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us and hitting that like button if you do enjoy our videos. I'm Bobby Rohan, C5, C6 of almost 34 years next week. I think it is. Something like that. So 34 years. I'll probably
Ooh,
go with
34.
what you said. I'm probably maybe an Asia B. Who knows? We'll call it that.
I mean, we all called each other C5 6 quads, uh, right? I mean, that's usually what I would say. It's like, yo, what up? Tom Conway, C5 6. The incompleteness is kind of the tricky part, which they got
Yeah,
lots of different ways of testing. Generally, if you got like sensation, you're like bladder and bowel. That's the B, the B qualifier. If you're like C6 range, that's usually the test for like incompleteness. Is if you have bladder and bowel sensation, not
so I would
control,
probably
just
be a B then,
Yeah.
um,
because I
and
can tell
and
also.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you can
would.
tell.
I know like, but also can you tell like if it's mine's like either dysro or like my wife's like, how do you know you have to pee? And I'm like, because I got this little drip of sweat coming down, a little
Yeah, yeah,
AD
yeah.
headache, you know. So I mean, body's trying to tell me something, but and also I feel a little bit of, I guess you would say pain down there or something going on down there.
I get pain like in my abdomen,
Yeah.
like for. But the problem is, I get this. It's in the same area for both bowel and bladder for me for the most part. Like right now, I had the catheter change this morning, so I have some additional like like kind of just irritation and stuff from that causing my bladder some AD. But then also I could tell I had gas. Like I have to probably move my bowels too because like when I have released gas, it has released some of the pressure. And the AD like it drops. So it's a combination for sure, but and I can't necessarily differentiate like what
Yeah,
is exactly.
it's similar for me. Like it's the kind of the same sensation, bladder and bowel. Like if like my bladder is really full, it's like a nerve sensation I get like throughout my body. It's like, oh shit, I gotta pee. And now AD isn't a part of that for me. Meaning like I don't gotta be dysreflexic to like feel that I have a full bladder. I just feel that nerve sensation. It's not like a pressure in my abdomen or anything. It's the that sensation, whatever's going on with my bladder is triggering that nerve sensation that I'm feeling throughout my body. And similar, like with my bowels, like if I make a bowel movement or something, like uh, that, I'll still get a kind of like similar nerve sensation. And it's tricky because it's like pretty much the same for both. So, it's kind of hard to tell like if I'm having an issue or if
Yeah.
it's just my bladder. I mean, I can actually tell pretty well just based on like my body's reactions and stuff. But that being the same sensation, it can still be tricky. But that was the test that my physiatrist did when he gave me like the Asia assessment. Like it sounds kind of funny, but he did like ditch stiff, stuck his finger up my butt, and I asked if I had sensation, if I could tell, and yep, and
Yeah.
that's me.
Now
Um,
cough. Now cough. How are you
yeah,
feeling, Tom?
actually.
So how was the weather today? How was your drive over here? All right, we're done. Come on.
But we talked about this before. We kind of went on a little tangent. It does give me like I feel good having my Asia assessment, having a baseline, having a really specific idea of where my injury is, my level of function and sensation. Just moving forward as I like continue to age with my disability, it gives me I don't know just a sense of security is like knowing where I'm at and a baseline to work off of moving forward. If anything does change, things like that. Um, and Jay Bird said it.
Yeah.
That sensation, having that sensation, I think it's more of a blessing than a curse because, yeah, it's just your body talking to you. It gives you an idea of when you got to go pee, so you can relieve it before you start to get AD. And similarly, if you have like an issue or something, like at least it's an indicator. It's like, hey, I need to go find a bathroom. I need to go figure out how to handle this situation, regardless, whatever that might be. Um, Ostomies here. Yeah, I mean,
So
I have a urostomy, so like I catheterize through my abdomen. But the bladder sensation still like speaks to me and is meaningful in that sense that it tells me when I got a cath because I still do it intermittently. Um, so yeah, but hey, we're talking about clothes today, people. We're getting sidetracked.
yeah,
Not our
So,
damn
stop talking
sensation or
about bladder
not our
valves and Asia
yeah,
assessment. Let's start
not
talking
yeah.
not
about
I'm
mental
sure we'll
health.
talk about that.
anything up Tom's butt.
Yeah, let's stop talking about
Yeah, we're
stuff like
talking
that.
fashion. Didn't you see Tom's wearing some jeans today? Rocking the
Oh my
jean
god, I
style.
do.
Oh man,
Let's
look
not
at
blow this
that.
up. Let's not blow this up. Let's blow Bobby up. Let's blow Bobby up. But I did get fitted up today. I tried to like
Look at that. Got the
I
green swag and shoes
and I,
matching the shirt and hat.
I tried to match.
Damn.
Thank you, for giving credit where credit is due.
I
Just
probably
kidding.
haven't dressed up that much of your style what you have on in probably like 3 years, Tom. So kudos to you, man.
Anybody that knows me knows what like my style. I do love my athletic wear. I like to call it my sweats, my stretchy shorts, my comfy athletic shorts, and my like comfy t-shirts and stuff. I didn't go too crazy today, but we were talking about fashion. Like this is one of my outfits for like the Abilities Expo weekend to like dress up in my jeans and like look nice and look good. And hey, sometimes it does feel good to do that. Honestly, it's raining outside in Los Angeles today. It has been for what feels like
Man,
forever. So I
again.
haven't
Yeah.
even left the house today. I just dressed up for you guys. So, like I did it for no other reason than that. But I appreciate you, Dominic. And I want to talk about some of the ins and outs of that. Jeans, as anybody knows, are not a quadriplegic's friend. Getting on, getting off, or frankly, wearing the damn things. They can really not be the easiest to talk to navigate. But damn, do they look good, especially when you don't wear them that often. So let's first start. I'm gonna ask you guys the question. Yo, Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are making me feel good. That play the ego too much though. Um, Bobby, Sean,
Yo,
do you guys what do you like to rock when it comes to pants, sweats,
so,
shorts? Do you wear
you
jeans
know,
ever? Do you suit up sometimes?
I mean, you kind of said it though, Tom. I mean, pants, for us quads, it's a little bit on the pain in the butt side, um, especially when you're dealing with, I have the super pubic for anybody who doesn't know, and that means a leg bag comes with that, and that means you gotta either have have it down lower where you got to put your foot up on a toilet, or you got to modify your jeans with the zipper on the side, and then
Which
even that, sometimes your tube gets lost or your my bag like sometimes when I'm wearing pants like that it twists, and I don't know, it just for me my style is the more comfortable the better, meaning put on a t-shirt, a plain sweatshirt like I got on today, shorts, and lightweight shoes. Um, when I used to go to work, and I used to have the slacks, button-up shirt, the nicer shoes, and it's I like it to a point, but the one thing I hate about being dressed up, let's say it's during the day, coming home and getting casual again. It's not the easiest thing. It's like, why am I going to
No, that's
transfer for us C56, and that's, I think we're talking, and to get on the bed, to get all everything off, and then put something on, and then get back. It just takes up time, and I might as well just call it a day, or just finish wearing what I'm wearing, or what I used to do when I came home from work. I'd take off at least the button-up shirt and then put on a t-shirt, and that was halfway. But still, I'm wearing khakis, and sometimes I might be going out, and it's like, oh, I don't want to be wearing my khakis anymore, or my shorts, and a lot of times I try to go to the gym after, back in the day, and to work out with your khakis on. It just wasn't fun. So, I mean, if I can, and now I get to, it's shorts every day.
yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
blessed here in Southern California. Not like Kelly, how I roll, man, in Alaska. I don't think he's getting away with shorts every day. I'm sure if he was,
You
trapped
said it's
in
sunny and 40 degrees out there today, so
Oh, 40
So,
still. Are we talking 40C? Because if so, then that's maybe too hot. But if we're talking Fahrenheit, then, oh, I don't know. That's still a little too chilly for me. I don't think I can rock the towel like you do and make it look that
no,
cute.
that's
But
yeah,
I'm
but
sure
I'm
they still are
for
making it look.
him. Yeah, he's probably like got the pina colada going on right now for.
Uh, I
but
feel you, Bobby. I mean, I love to dress up from time to time. Makes me feel good, especially got a reason to. I've had times where I needed to dress up and tried and failed too, and that's like a whole nother thing we could talk about. Um, Dressing up is a pain in the ass. I always try to plan care or have a caregiver, somebody be able to help me with getting done up because even slacks, khakis, stuff like that, really difficult. Difficult to get adjusted right. And like the thing, like especially for me with jeans or pants, unlike shorts, I can adjust shorts all the live long day. Like Bobby said, like I can
yeah, I
do
mean,
that really effectively, independently, but you give me some jeans, they got to get set up for me right at the beginning of the day, usually with some help. Um, and because it's hard for me to adjust throughout the day, it's not really, I can do it to a certain degree. I can like shove my hands in my pants and start, yanking and pulling and like lift my legs up and like do it if I have to. But realistically, getting myself adjusted comfortably, but also, like with my clothes still looking right and stuff, it's a whole nother mission. It's a whole nother deal. And having an
yeah,
extra pair of able bodied hands to help out with that process when it comes to like suiting up or getting into something like jeans, it's a real necessity for me at the, usually. Sometimes I can rock something like this on my own, but I probably need all day to get myself straightened out, and then by the time I get these damn things on and looking okay, I'd be so tired and done that I'd be like, ugh, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna just mention on the. I want to get to some of the questions in the chat, but that's with jeans. I pretty much have to have help or be somewhere where I'm not going to be transferring. Like I do them at the expo every once in a while because I can put them on in the morning and I'm usually not transferring at all. Because with jeans, they're like a low waisted, like unless you buy some like work jeans or something like that, jeans are typically made to be like a low waisted and it ends up, my ass ends up out of the jeans every single time. So if I do multiple transfers, my ass is
Say no to
more and
crack.
more and
Say
more
no to
coming out. I'll start with a crack, and by the end, it's full on. Like I am like butt on the cushion. Not even there's not even butt under jeans. Like it's not even under there anymore. Like I'm full ass out. Like, so that's one of the reasons why I don't wear jeans that often. I do have a good pair of jeans that I modified. Actually, I brought my Dickies out here. I'll show you guys how I modified the zipper in a second. But I modify them like Bobby said because I have a super pubic and wear the leg bag, and so I never end up wearing short. I didn't wear pants for like 4 years because of that reason. Until I figured out how to modify them.
Well, and you know, here's one thing with jeans and food. Food is art. I love it. He says, jeans, hell no, man. As a quad, you're absolutely, I get it, man. And another thing with jeans for me, and maybe it's because I wear shorts all the time, I get lost. My legs get lost in my jeans. Meaning, I have, I'm like looking down and trying to assess where, my feet, my legs are what they're doing, and I'm like, when I'm wearing jeans, I just feel like I can't see my legs, and it somewhat bugs me nowadays. And I don't remember that at the beginning, but now it sort of does. And I think you said it right, both Shawn and Tom, about jeans these days are cut a little bit different, unless you go out and buy the classic 501s, and now it's 505s because you don't want that button fly because that's a pain in the ass. And then, like Tom said, once you get crooked, man, and I think it was Robert said in our chat, Soto Jr., my partner, on Thursdays, but you got to be careful about some of the seams a little bit more, the rivets.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that on the couple things in the chat.
Yeah.
Because even who was it? Mitchell asked if we cut the back pockets off. If people cut, because I've heard of that because the back pocket material can fold under your butt. I haven't actually done that, but I've thought about it, and it might be a good idea. I don't know. I just haven't done it.
I've cut some of the when I've had slacks or pants that have a pocket that bundles up in a ball. I will cut those off. And yeah, Dominic, man, he's always in his skinny jeans. Look as sexy as hell, Dominic. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Sexy as hell. But yeah, I mean, I have one thing I always do when I do buy my shorts, and I just make sure there's no buttons on the back. Sometimes you might find a pocket with one button on the back of a shorts, some nice shorts. So I always make sure to take those buttons off, and kind of make sure that I don't buy a pocket that's too thick. So I do kind of smart shop with my clothes and make sure it doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah,
I wonder,
that's the other thing with jeans is those little rivets. What were you saying, Tom? Sorry.
I just want to apologize for snacking on the screen. I don't mean to make anyone hungry. I just started to get real low blood sugar all of a sudden, and I needed to like slam a bar. So thanks for bearing with me.
Not a problem.
No worries, man. We understand the.
I had that earlier.
I had a snack before the show. I'm usually good. Like I don't know what happened.
You were taking your time getting
man,
all sexy for us. So, but the one thing I do hate is I'll get up in the morning and I'll be in my comfy shorts and loose shirt, and then we go out somewhere nice later on in the afternoon, and my wife is nice and dressed up, and I'm my shorts and shirt. So.
Sure.
And I hate that because then just kind of like what we were talking about earlier, now I got to get back in and change, and and a lot of times it's like just a pain in the ass to do a clothing change more than once in a day.
Yeah, in the day.
And maybe that's my laziness, and but it's not. I'm not fast at it, and then my wife's got to help me, and then I see the eyes roll sometimes, like we're putting on jeans, really? Okay. So for my wife, she doesn't. She's like, you look fine. We live in California.
I don't care that you're wearing shorts. What's funny is most, like I would say 99% of able-bodied regular just people out that you see don't even notice that you have pants or shorts on. They just see a wheelchair. They could give a shit if you have pants or shorts. They could care less what your leg. They don't see nothing.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Sometimes I feel like they don't notice it if you aren't as dressed up. but they do notice it if you are
If you
like
are, maybe that's true,
and,
and that might even be how you're rolling. Because when you're rolling and you're feeling swaggy, you like you roll a little more pep in your step. You're
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
And I don't know, like that's
Uh,
it. I think it really comes down to like that feeling and like how you feel about that feeling. Because like it does give me a little confidence. Like when I know I'm a little swagged up and I'm looking fresh and I'm looking good, like I don't know, it does give me a little bit more confidence. Like I feel more social. I feel better, like kind of tackling those situations. Because it's like, damn, Tom, you looking good, bro. Like it just makes me feel good. Like it makes me feel confident. I did want to give a big shout out to Liz Nelson in the chat.
yeah.
I'm really glad that we've been able to help you guys out. I hope your son is doing great.
Yeah.
I hope you are doing wonderful. And I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. That kind of feedback is why we do this stuff every week. And makes me personally feel real great knowing that. So thank you, Liz. Um,
Here's something interesting, and Tom, I'm sorry if I cut you off on a
no,
thought,
not at
but
all.
I just saw this by Steve. Interesting thought for you guys. Do you wear underwear? And I
Yeah.
heard some people don't wear underwear, wheelchair users. Some do. I'm a I'm a long john or long underwear, meaning I wear underwear that goes mostly down my thigh.
You
One
mean you're not
because
rocking the banana hammock?
what's that?
You're not rocking the banana hammock.
No,
The little top.
I'm not going commando or
The
anything
tidy
like that.
whities.
So no, I like everything tucked in. Make sure that nothing's loose.
Uh,
I have tried that. I like early on. I remember you mentioning that you had worn like kind of long underwear like that, and I tried to kind of keep like the catheter and stuff more in place. Like, but I don't. I just it's too much of a hassle for me. Getting on and off the shorts, there's more to bunch up under. So I'm just straight commando. I don't wear any underwear ever. With jeans,
Damn.
with dickies, with slacks, don't matter. So when I say
I
my
like.
jeans are coming off my ass, like I literally mean my ass is out. Like I am bare assed. So that's why it's not great.
But for me, so when I don't know if this comes up, but so for me, when I wear, so these are my shorts, and I'm wearing black on black. So I got black underwear that comes just as long as my shorts, and that means I can hide my leg bag that's inside here.
Yeah, I
And
remember you keep your leg bag trapped under there.
yeah, so then I
Careful,
can
we're
get to it
talking no underwear here. I'm like getting worried. You lifted up your shorts because.
easily. Oh, that's after hours. We'll do the after hours show later on.
That's the literal
That's for
after
our
dark.
OnlyFans.
Uh, I wear boxers. I wear boxer briefs. Like so they kind of hug you, but they like go a little bit down my leg. I got Calvin Klein boxers on right now with my jeans. It is more of a pain in the ass putting two leg item clothing on, especially if you're dressing
Yeah, that's
yourself.
just an extra.
Why? Good question. I don't know if I have a great answer. I've been wearing boxers my whole life. It's kind of a habit. I am more comfy. Sometimes I'll just wear boxers. Like if I don't got a pod to do, if it's rainy, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be like chilling all day alone. Don't got any caregivers come by or anything. Shit, I'll just put on some boxers and be big chilling all day. But I will usually almost always wear boxers with my shorts or my pants. Um, Sometimes if I don't have my bowel care for a couple of days too, or like if my tummy's upset, I'll wear briefs too. From time to time, it can be an embarrassing, difficult topic to talk about, but it's if my stomach's messed up and I'm potentially gonna have an accident or whatever, I would 100% of the time rather have that to deal with and clean up rather than like fuck up my clothes. which happens too from time to time. But hey, like you just deal with it.
So I know
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about clothes. What about your shoes? I mean, I do have to be careful with shoes sometimes, making sure my laces aren't too tight. Tom, I notice you wear Vans a lot, and you wear the flip on old style, old school that I started wearing way back in the old day when they first came out with the checkered. And now, for some reason, those give me a little sore on the top of my foot when I have bought a pair like that. And I know Sean or Tom
I'm
would
just grabbing the
too.
shoe to show what we're talking about here. I
I go to
I
the
would
boxers
get
and the store to my
I get a
boyfriend.
sore too on the top and the back of the foot when I tried to wear these first day out of the box. The trick was my sister and I are the same shoe size. Um, I just got tiny feet, so she can wear my shoes and bring them in for me. I grabbed these halfway and now I'm struggling getting them up. Hang on, so I gotta abandon the grabber and just reach down
Here's
and
the
get them.
thing. We want to see a quad do what they do best: adapt.
Slip-ons are banging. I've been rocking the Nike SBs or the Vans, like like skater shoes that you had to tie, that have the tongue and stuff. I've recently started to rock the slip-ons. The trick for me was getting someone to break them in. Honestly, having my sister walking them for a week or two made them like sit on my foot so much easier, so much more comfy, just because they did really stretch out. That might not be simple for everybody. That being said, if you are able to get somebody to break in this kind of shoe, I don't know, like these shoes slip on my feet like butter, and they come on off so easy. I don't gotta like, especially if I'm in a rush to get out, they look good. I could slip them on really easy by myself. These Nikes, my other kinds of shoes, a little bit more of a pain in the ass. Tying shoes are really difficult for me. I usually try not to untie these shoes so that I can just slip them on and slip them off. Uh, but these ones aren't really broken in yet, and they do not slip very easily. So I gotta work a little harder to get these bad boys on and off. But the drip, the swag is worth it. So hey, my feet swell if I don't wear shoes. Mine do too, however, Kelly. Mine get real puffy if I don't wear shoes. Compression is an important part of good circulation for quadriplegics that spend a lot of time sitting down. It's just a reality. Um, and yeah, slip-ons are banging. Shout out Vans. We're looking for sponsors. I want my own shoe one day, so hey, let's make it happen. Um, but
Yeah, and Nicole said something about her, Skechers, and Skechers are making some really good slip-on shoes nowadays, and also the easy step in that make the back of the heel a lot easier to put on. Um, those are some options too that I think work. Kind of like what you're using, Tom.
and I love everyone's shouting out their different brands and stuff. I'm like
Yeah.
I got my brand too. I'll be rocking Nike SBs and Vans all day, every day. And everyone's got their shoe, everyone's got their style, everyone's got their brand. And what's
Um,
nice is most companies have different styles to kind of fit, like what you like most, like nowadays. Like Adidas got the slip-ons, Skechers got the slip-ons. They got the regular shoes too. The main reason I really do tend towards Vans and especially Nike SBs, which are the skateboarder shoes, is this beautiful grip right here on the bottom. It helps my feet stay in place, and this stuff is like glue on my foot plates. And
there you
I will spaz, and my foot won't go anywhere because like the shoe just kind of like sticks itself. Sometimes it'll kick free, but it's also nice having a good grip, but something that also isn't like secured to the foot plate, meaning I don't have any straps or anything to hold my feet in place. And I love having the freedom to be able to adjust my legs move my feet at, you know, at will too. But also the grip with these shoes and my SBs, they do a great job of just keeping my feet in place. So I think it's something to consider when you are looking at your brands and stuff. Look at the grip on the bottom, especially like certain athletic shoes and stuff are certain slip-on slippers are don't have any grip at all, and I think they can make a big difference if you deal with muscle spasticity and things like that.
That's that's one of the reasons why I don't like wearing or I've tried like a couple different dress shoes when I have tried to dress up nicer. They always have slippery like
Oh yeah.
they're way shitty on the bottom and like
Well,
I it sucks, dude, when they're not on there. So that now my dress shoes are actually a pair of black like all black Nike. They look just like they're almost like a slip on, but they look just like that shoe.
yeah.
And they have
I
good grip on
did
the
want
bottom.
to,
So
and
I did
and
want
for
to circle
anybody
back.
like I have that problem because my shoe is a running shoe. I always wore running shoes because when I grew up, I was a cross country runner in high school, and running was huge for me. And what I found with the running shoe for me was lighter the better. Like I don't feel like I have a shoe on, and I love that feeling. So I have a shoe on, but I feels like I don't. But they do get slippery. So what I've done is put grip tape on my foot plate. So I go and get either a skater. I go down to the skateboard shop and they take off my foot plate and they put wrap my foot plate with the skateboard sandpaper on. So it
the
works
grip
out
tape.
Yeah.
perfect.
See, my one thing about the grip tape is, well, it actually might be good because you're probably exfoliating your feet every time. But like, I would notice when I had it, like I would like there'd be like dried skin after the shower. Like,
See,
I was
I
like,
yeah,
like I
I
don't
don't
know.
get it. I never
So,
get in my chair without shoes.
oh, without
So
with bare feet. Oh
yeah,
yeah. So I'm in my chair sometimes with bare feet. The one thing that I've actually found now instead of the grip tape is that cat tongue tape. I use that cat tongue tape on my foot plate, and we've talked about it on here. If anybody wants to look it up, it's literally just called cat tongue tape, and it's like really grippy, but not like it won't scrape your skin. It's more of a tacky grippiness, and you can use it for all kinds of stuff like that. And it works really good on my foot plate. So
and also
So
let's not forget
shout
about
them
our
out.
friends at Friendly Shoe. I don't know if you have
Yeah,
that
friendly
video.
shoes also.
Yeah, so
Um,
these shoes were meant to kind of
was that
like
the
the
one you
Tommy
sent me a picture
Hilfiger.
of?
What's that?
Was that the show you sent me a picture of? I have a picture of the
Yeah,
friendly shoes, I
yeah, it
think.
was the first
There we
one, I
go.
think. But so
So,
it's nice. It's got a little bit of the zipper that can kind of get the back end and the opening a little bit wider, and you don't have to lace them up and down. So that works. And I forget who said it in the chat. They kind of think it was How I Roll said he has the shoe that zips in the front, so it's real easy to put on.
oh, that's cool.
That's a beautiful thing about shoe design these days. Lots of regular brands too are making accessible
Yeah, I was gonna.
shoes. They're just like having zippers for the heel that you can like unzip to put your foot in, and then like zip up the shoe around it. That still looks stylish and look good. That's like my thing. I'm always like, I don't want to capitulate and like get something that's accessible but not like fashionable. Because like if I'm gonna wear something, like I don't give a shit if it's accessible. Like I'll figure out how to get it on. Like I want it to look good. Which I don't know. Maybe that sounds a little vapid of me, but it's important. Like I hate that a lot of accessible items generally aren't that stylish. Because they're more thinking about the accessibility versus the like fashionability, which is totally understandable. But I think it's important to still feel good about what you're wearing versus being functional in what you wear. And friendly shoes is great because that's kind of their whole motto is like really accessible shoes, but really stylish shoes as well. I know Nike has an accessible shoe, and lots
Even
of other
better,
brands
yeah.
as well. They so it's definitely worth looking into. But like I said, if you have something that works for you, if you have a brand that works for you, if you have people that can assist you in getting your shoes on and off, and you just have a shoe that you like and looks good, it's really what is best for you. Velcro can be super stylish. Let's go. Um, I still
All right, Grandpa.
Colorado. Hey, no, they yo, Nike has some banging Velcro shoes now,
I'm
and
kidding.
And
lots of other brands
I was
do.
gonna say
Uh,
they're making
I'm
some
not even
decent ones
joking.
now. Yeah, like, especially with
Yeah,
the
no,
like
that's
the name brand companies coming into it now. And I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago, Nike made it was like on the anniversary of the Back to the Future too, or like when it would have come out. They made like the self tying Nike like Nike a pair of Nike shoes. I think they're just like prototype for fun, but like still kind of dope. And maybe in the future, I
Yeah,
don't know. I'll take that. Stick my
I
foot
want
the
in and
the
have
fact
it
same
fucking.
fashion with shoes and clothes is getting a lot better. I mean, it's more, and later
Yeah.
on we can show some of the websites that I found early on. Uh, but in Europe, I found a lot of fashionable, great clothing and shoe wear that I was like, might actually have to pick up a pair of these jeans. Just they looked a little bit more comfortable. They had a little more loose fitting at the top and more slim at the bottom, which would work good for my leg bag. So it's getting better.
Shout
Yeah.
out Papa
I think
Fresh in the chat. Says he likes to rock it barefoot style.
yeah, you're
I
dead.
like to rock it. I like to rock it barefoot too. Get grounded, as my dad likes to say. But I won't wear shoes all the time and just like go barefoot on the foot plates. Tread carefully though. I'm like one of the only two quads I know that can like rock barefoot on these metal foot plates all day and not end up like pressure wounds. Which is like me and like my girlfriend who like wears no shoes
No,
all the time
no,
too and
your
like doesn't end up
girlfriend is
with
queen
foot issues.
of that.
But
Yeah.
I do think it feels good. It's healthy for my feet to get some sun, to get grounded, but also tread carefully. Put a blanket down on your foot plates. Do what you got to do to protect your skin and to protect your footsies because wounds on your feet are particularly difficult to heal. It's one of the furthest extremities from your body, and by that very nature, circulation is slow and difficult to achieve quick healing in those locales. So don't end up with a skin issue ever. Period. You don't want to start dealing with one.
Yeah, make
You
sure you're
want,
watching that stuff.
yeah.
Manage.
Um,
Um,
I also want to circle back if it's real cool before we move too far on. I
Yeah.
was super low while we were talking about clothing adaptations, cutting off buttons, get rid of pockets, worrying about seams and like rivets and things like in your jeans. Yes, 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 yes. My mom, my whole life has been chopping up my jeans and my khakis and my pants and just cutting off buttons from back pockets. I've never really generally removing the pocket, but just take a knife and just cut the button. Jeans won't buy back pockets with the metal like rivet button uh, and stuff. Like I just won't risk it. Won't even touch it. These jeans have a metal zipper, um, but and a metal button at the top. I generally won't do the button because my pants aren't falling off, unless I'm transferring, which I don't know. In any event, I generally won't rock the button, but I don't have any other metal buttons on any of the other pockets. And it's something that I just looked at. But I always say, heck yeah, once you buy them, if it's a modification that's, you can live with, you can work with, and make you more comfortable and be easier to, wear and still look fresh. And it's generally somewhere we're sitting on our butt that no one's even going to see anyways, modify away. It's some of the easiest stuff to do is just take a pair of scissors and cut off a button and suddenly shorts that like didn't work because they got a bad pocket like do look dope and work for you well. There's also lots of special clothing. Someone mentioned it earlier. Maybe even on Amazon they have like accessible jeans that have a different material on the butt that make doing transfers and things like that a lot easier and more manageable while still having the look of jeans. So I'd
Well, and look at
say,
these, Tom.
yeah,
These are
stuff like
magnets and a Velcro at the top. Yeah,
yeah, that's like
that,
magnetic
Tom,
fly with the Velcro, and then they got some shirts with the Velcro, also. And then where was
and
another? I had a pants one.
I
Oh,
love
here's
the
the pants
magnetic
one.
buttons, especially because they can sew the magnets inside the fabric, and like you don't even see them. It's almost invisible. I mean, you
yeah.
can look. We're talking fashion, Angry Quad. You got any fashion tips? The Angry Quad fashion tips.
Oh
Tom, you
yeah,
said
so
something. You don't on jeans. but I find this for me now on all, even my shorts and jeans. I don't button my top button anymore. One, I have the super pubic, and for some reason lately, it's just been it's just bugging me, and so I just don't button that top one anymore, and hope that the zipper stays at bay the whole day and not start unzipping. And if it does, I fix it, or my wife helps me fix it. And I'm not in when I do transfers, because that's where you have to worry about uh, your pants falling down at the end of the day, where like Shawn was talking about having a full moon going on with his pants back in the day. um, I luckily my pants don't fall down on the leather seats, so I get pretty lucky that I can get away with having no button at the top anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Button shirts suck. I don't really wear button downs. If I gotta rock a button down, I usually like get some help, or I'll just do like a polo, which I feel like is and like I'm just wanted or needed to like professional, and I've not been able to like rock the whole suit or the full tie button down because I didn't have help. And a polo, I think I don't know. It's like you're trying to meet halfway. I think you could still like look at least semi business cash, if not
Yeah,
like full suit.
I'll do the
Which
same with like a polo or something. Or even when I do the button ups, I don't ever unbutton them. So basically, I'll unbutton maybe two buttons, and I just put it on like a pullover. I,
yeah,
so that way, if I do need help, I only need help with somebody to get me these like two buttons up here that I need, or maybe one at the bottom if I loosen one to help me get it over, um, depending on how tight it is or something like that.
and
But that's what I do
that's
for button ups as well. So
that can be like just you got to plan. You got to plan ahead. If I know I got to get swagged up like a day ahead of time, and I have care the day before. I don't necessarily have someone like the morning of, or like right before the whatever it is to help me get ready. I'll just get everything as set up as possible, just like for success. When I got to do it myself, so something like that. Have the shirt button for you, so you can just pull it over. I got this cool, awesome. Um, I don't. I need to get the name of it. I call it the quad tie, but it's got a name. But it's a tie that you just it's already like tied for you. You just like tighten it. It's like it never unties. It's not a clip on either. It's like a tie that I don't know. I gotta get the legit name for it. But when I went and got a suit, I got it tailored. I had the guy help me make the pants a right fit for me. I had him, like I got I gotta always get bigger pants, like to like a bigger waist because I'm sitting all the time. Like if I wore like a 32, which is my size, like they would be too tight on me sitting all the time. Like my waist would be always like tight, like, and I don't like that. So I get a couple sizes bigger, but because of that, my pants are always too freaking long and like the hanging up around the heels of my foot, which I don't like either. So I don't know, like I got my dress pants tailored for me and stuff. But hey, you could do that with other clothes too. It's usually pretty reasonable to get things tailored, to get things done, especially if you're doing it to make clothes more accessible. I'm not saying this is going to be every person's experience, but I've gotten several things tailored at several different locations. And every time the person charged me like next to nothing to do it, and we're like super excited and really happy to like help me out and like make myself look better, but also be more functional and accessible. So,
I've
when
found
it
that
comes to
as well.
modifications, don't always feel like you got to do it yourself. It, again, might cost you a little bit of money, and it sucks to have that extra burden. But I promise it's a cheap, reasonable thing to do is to take your clothes to a tailor and get them fitted right for you. John,
Yeah,
I
no,
cut you.
I was gonna say I've had the same experience with like trying to find tailors and stuff. They've always been super nice to me and friendly. And like I said, because I get my pants, I didn't wear pants for years because I just had the leg bag on, and to empty it, I would just have to have help or put it on my ankle and get help. It just was, I didn't want to deal with it. But now I have a tailor up here. I take them up. The first few pair I brought up there, she didn't even charge me for. She like literally was just
Yeah,
like, nope. it's cool. Don't worry about it. And then after COVID, now things are a little tighter. She's charging me like $10 a pair to get them done, and it's like, dude, that's nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's not.
Same thing, Sean. Same exact thing. She
so
never wanted it. She's like, no, 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 I'm not. No, you're here. I do it for you. And now she's like, oh, $10 now. And I'm like, okay. And
like, yeah,
I
sweet,
always,
fuck, yeah, fuck yeah, ten
I put a
dollars.
20 and I try to leave as fast as I can.
Yeah, that's what, like, I'm down. $20 for me is fine too. Like, I'm happy to pay $20 to have the zipper put on. Like, cool. Like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just find places.
So
People are nice, dude.
I think it's something important to consider, especially if you live independently. I know I'm really lucky. Like my mom's got a sewing machine, and she's got like good sensibilities when it comes to like fabric modification and things like that. But again, not everyone has got a mama always hanging around ready to chop up and modify your clothes. And I live away from her now, so that's hence the suit and things like that. It's really I found cool, important, different resource that I did not think about until much later in my life. Um, Now let's talk about another thing I want to touch on as we're kind of getting towards the end. Grooming. I
Because
think that's a
fashion,
part of.
if you're
Oh,
gonna look
here,
good
real
with
quick.
clothes, you gotta look good with your hair. But go ahead, Sean.
Here, I was gonna say real quick before we fully move on or more to like hygiene. I just wanted to shout out our friend Mark at Abilities who makes some stuff like this. This is like a dressing tool. Yeah, see, Tom's got his too. This has actually helped. You can use it to pull your shirt down in the back, pull shorts up, pull socks on. The little hook is just really good at grabbing clothing and not your skin. So shout out our buddy Mark at Abilities, makes these cool tools for us. And yeah, they kind
That's
of
all.
just
Really,
they're
it's
made
a
to
whole
be.
nother show. It's probably like specific videos that we need to make on like how do we get ourselves dressed. I know there's a lot of content online. I've seen lots of reels and videos on like how a quadriplegic, gets on jeans, how a quadriplegic like gets on pants or shorts or whatever. That's a whole discussion, and it's honestly very technical skill that requires, I think, a lot of practice and figuring out how it works best for you. Again, you don't always gotta try hard it and like do it without tools and without adaptive assisted devices. Finding things like this are really amazing. Again, I don't. I'm gonna be honest, Mark. I love you. I use this more to just pick stuff up off the ground, like use it as a hook, a little extra extension for my hand. I don't really use it for clothes. Again, I learned without tools, and it's just easier for me without tools, and that's just how
Yeah.
I do it.
So
Again,
I'm the same way with getting my shirts and my hoodies on, which is one of the main things I think this is used for and designed for. I've just developed my method and like I have it down. So occasionally I do hang up with a hoodie or something, and I'll have a hang up and I can't, like, it's like folded under somewhere weird and I can't get it, and maybe something like that does help. But like you said, I use it for a bunch of other stuff, dude. I've used it for so many random things that are not for dressing or different stuff.
Well,
It's just a
I've used
functional
mine
tool
to
with a
get
hook.
I've used mine to get. I have all my sweatshirts and long sleeves on the top bar of my closet, and then all my short sleeve on the bottom. So I've used it to get my hanger off the bar uh, for my sweatshirts now. So I'm like, pop.
yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Um,
It's like,
Now, how do y'all take care of yourselves when it comes to shaving, when it comes to brushing your teeth, when it comes to making the rest of the look magic, brushing your hair? I don't know. Like honestly, my solution to like
Or
not
no,
dealing with hair was keeping it short. Like that's the kind of the easiest. It's like you don't gotta do much to it if it's just really short. And now as you guys can see, I got the locks going a little bit, and I could talk a little bit about how like I've managed that, like the maintenance that goes in, because it is definitely a little bit more work and a little bit more to manage. But let me just ask you guys right off, Sean. I can see your stubble going on, bro. Shaving, how do you do it? Electric razor, regular razor? You get help? You do it independently? Talk to me.
So I do it independently with an electric razor. Um,
Oh,
and I use like just I actually just pretty much use a beard trimmer, and I use the like a low clip for my face, and then I use it just without the clip for under, and it doesn't even get super close like those do. I have one of those. I use it occasionally, and I actually when I was first injured, I actually used to shave with a regular razor after my shower. So like I put a foam grip on the handle and I was able to use it with my caregiver there, have him put some foam down, and I was able to shave. But it was a pain in the ass, and I just have gotten lazy, and it's easy just to maintain with the beard trimmer.
electric razors are a beautiful modern invention. And again, I feel like they've been around for a while, but the ones nowadays work really well. Shout out Philips and Norelco. We are looking for sponsors. You happen to have a pretty accessible product without doing too much, I think, in the way of accessibility. So, hey, why not show us some love and sponsor us, Philips? But this is what I use, the Philips Norelco. It's got the trimmer, which I think is like what Shawn was talking about to, get the bark, get those sideburns, when you grow out the mustachio a little bit to chop it down. And then I got this beautiful, razor. It's super easy. I just use the two-hand method. I can get everywhere. I can do everything I need. I can, maintain my facial hair really easily. And yeah, it's just awesome. Shout out electric razors. Real razors I can use. I have used. Pain in the butt. I don't want to use all that shaving cream. I don't want to possibly nick myself. It just is easier with the electric razor. So it doesn't really matter which brand you use. But I just really recommend, in terms of like ease and accessibility when it comes to facial hair, uh, electric razor, baby.
Angry
So
Quad said bronze or
I use the
what's
electric shaver for on top of my for my bald head. If I'm on it every morning, I do it every morning. It's real quick for me. So I do my head real quick, and then I do underneath here, and then I got a trimmer for whatever length I want my beard. But if I don't use the electric shaver on top of my head, which many times I let it go too long, and then I'm like Nicole, I have to. I'm a Dollar Raise Shave Club member,
Oh, shave
and
club.
then I use their gel. So they gel is a lot better than shaving cream for those who are shaving, and I use the gel on top of my head. And I have one part where just on my left hand in the back when I'm trying to do my back, every once in a while, all of a sudden my wife, oh my gosh, you're bleeding down the back of your neck. I'm like, dang it, I knew I hit and I nicked. So I have to be careful.
Why don't you
You
get
Um,
know,
one of those like that are like made for the head? Because they make those like they got like more than the three trimmers like the one that Tom just had for his
I,
face. They got
the
like the
way
five or six big ones.
I see it, and it doesn't look like you get a lot of grip. And yeah,
Oh,
maybe
that
I
might
can
be true.
modify something, but I always like a good shave. One of my favorite treats in the summertime. I go down to the beach. There's an old fashioned razor shop, and they put me into the chair, and they get the hot towels out, and they do the old fashioned razor that the old one that does it like that. Oh, I just nothing but a good shave.
After my
Close.
See, that would be
tracheotomy, ain't nobody holding a razor like that to my throat ever. Let me tell you that right now, okay? No way, no
uh,
how. I have to
and
be real
honestly, it is a
submissive.
little bit weird with the straight razor holding because I've done that once, Bobby, where I got it like I got shaved at the barber shop with a straight razor, and it was kind of cool, but it was like it feels a little weird when they're with the I don't know. I'm just not used to having like a straight blade
Yeah.
right there.
I love
Um,
it's a treat to me. I love doing it, especially the
Angry
hot towel
Quad,
but
treatment.
Angry Quad brings up a good point. How about the nether
I
regions?
know I was gonna yeah.
And
Um,
Mr. Wheels in the building too. Shouted out earlier, manscaping.
yep.
Um,
I do
yo,
have a
they
manscape.
they
I have my
do make nowadays particular razors and stuff for that. to do that easier to manage it safely without worrying about nicking things down there that need not be nicked. Um, but as a C6 B
Floppy.
quadriplegic who um, has attempted to manscape independently and done it successfully, it's a chore, and it's not done easily independently. Let me tell you that. That being said, I think it's important. I think it's pretty modern for you know, people to clean up down there, and can help, you know, you managing your care and staying, you know, managing all that easier too. So hey, if you need help, ask your caregiver. I don't think that's like unreasonable or weird or strange to get
But
help.
Tom, I use the Manscaped that doesn't nick or anything,
Yeah,
and
Oh, I've
everything.
still gotten a couple nicks from that guy that's supposed to not nick on the
Really?
Manscaped.
No, I've
Like on
never.
the corners. Yeah, dude. I got the 2.0. Maybe you got the newer one. They have like it's up to 4
No,
now or
no.
5.
I
you
So
mean,
mine's
gotta
the older one.
you gotta get that fourth, fifth gen to, you know, come on, modernize your
uh,
junk shaving gear, bro. But hey, we talked about it. Now we can move on
see,
from it. Uh,
John, our homie John, Mr. Wheels said that he's nicked himself too. I'm telling you, bro, you still get nicks.
I guess I'm
You got to
good
be.
at it,
Skin
or
is sensitive.
yes. Now let's get to hair. Um, I don't know. I brush my hair every day independently. I don't really use the handle. I do kind of like the way I'm holding it right now. I get like a wide brush that can like fit my hand, and I'll just grab the head of it and I'll pop the shake out the beautiful golden locks here for you guys. But it's just as simple as like that. It's real easy. I don't know. Um, that's you two hair method. Grab the handle, do the top, stuff like that. Um, but you just make it work. You do what works best for you. This is how I do it, two hand style, and then if I'm one hand in it, I'll just get a hairbrush that is accessible and easy for me to grip like this, and I'm able to very effectively and easily brush my hair every day to my heart's content. And yeah, again, this is different when you're styling. Ladies out there with the longer hair, I wish I could give y'all more tips and love and information. My girlfriend Caitlin, like she does her ponytail and like does stuff with her hair where I'm just like, is that a magic trick or something? Like, how the fuck do you do that with like these squat paws? Like, I'm just like, oh my god, it's crazy. I know there is lots of tutorials online on how to kind of style your hair. I wish I had her. I think it's Bryony or something. Be Breezy on Instagram. She's
Yeah,
been a
be
guest on
breezy. She's
the
on the show a
show,
lot.
and she's like incredible when it comes to her makeup and the fashion and the hair. I'm talking like, I mean, it's a whole art thing. Like, it's crazy. It's next level talented. Yeah, thank you for the love and
Yeah,
the
no,
chat, guys. I appreciate it. But if you guys, especially the ladies, are seeking more information, more tutorials on how to do makeup, do more advanced kind of like grooming care, hair styling, stuff like that. I do the mediocre. I'll just be brushing my hair out. I'll just like shave my face every couple days. Like, I'm not doing anything fancy when it comes to makeup or when it comes to like styling or anything like that. The most I will do from time to time is if I'm not able to shower or get my shower in for a couple of days in a row. Dry shampoo, psh, psh, psh. Feeling a little greasy, need a little volume to your hair, need to just like a little oomph to give a little life to it. I'll spray just a little bit of that on my hairbrush, comb it into my hair, and it kind of just gives me a little like life, and it lets me style it a little bit without having to wash it, which sometimes I'm not able to always do. And shout out to M, my sister E Fizzle in the chat, who for giving me that awesome fashion tip because she's a fashionista herself. And I was trying to navigate my hair after a couple days without having a shower, and I wanted to figure out a way to still kind of style it and give it some life. And she hooked it up with some awesome dry shampoo. So just another little tip out there for you. Now, last but certainly not least, this isn't more like so much grooming as it is like hygiene. It's important to take care of your teeth. It's important, I think, you want to go out, feel confident, feel good. Sometimes you're talking to some ladies, maybe a lady's talking to some guys. I don't know, whoever you're talking to, you want to make sure your breath is fresh and your teeth are white and shiny and you're feeling good. So, how do you do that easily? Again, modern technology. Thank you for being born in the modern age. Baby, I would not be stoked to be living in the early 1900s with some dirty ass yellow teeth. But I got a Sonicare nowadays, and it's like almost built for a quad. It's got a super big handle. It's easy to grab, easy to hold. All you got to do, you hit the button, and it's as simple as that. Um, you just hold it to your teeth. Like it's nothing crazy. It's not like sitting there like scrubbing, trying to get it. Like it's super easy to do. They even tell you not to do that. You just like hold it against your teeth, move around, let it do its thing for a minute. I'm like cavity free, knock on wood, for forever. And because I take the time to brush my teeth, uh, super easy. It takes about 2 minutes with this bad boy. I can squeeze a little
I think
bit
it's
of
exactly
toothpaste.
2 minutes because that's what I like about the electric ones is they're timed and they usually have like a little tone like so you get like 30 seconds for each quarter like it like gives you like all right got one section next
Yeah,
section
got to
next
switch.
it
Yeah,
like
I do
really
like.
helps you to
Yeah,
get
I
a
do
good
like that, Sean. My old one didn't do it. And at first, I used to like, why is it turning? Oh, it's not turning.
uh,
Oh, it's a 30-second thing. So yeah, that is really nice. And one thing you forgot, Tom, is also deodorant. And I find, and I wish I had the can. For me, I get the can of Axe, and it has a nice twist where it pops up, where it's easy for me to push down and spray into my armpit. It works well, and I've always found that
so you
the
actually
Axe.
use Axe deodorant like so I don't really sweat my pits don't really sweat I haven't used deodorant in 19 years
Oh, geez. I like
I
it
think
because
I
it gives me that nice. It's not the smell of if I'm sweating. It's more the smell that yeah, I smell fresh and ready to go.
No, see, like that's why I'll spray a little bit of Axe just for that freshness. But I'll be straight up honest. I'm usually spraying that over my nether region, like on the outside of my on my shorts. That's where I get the funk from. That's it's coming
Yeah.
from lower.
I have, because I have the colostomy bag. I have, around my, stomach area. I'm like, shh,
Shit.
just in case.
I from time to time require deodorant. I like don't again. I'm like similar to Shawn. I don't really get sweaty, but if I go 2 days without a shower, like I'll definitely have a little body odor that I'd rather cover up with some roll-on deodorant. I like the roll-in one. The circular thing fits in my hand a lot better versus like the oblong, longer shaped one. I can like with I will put on my deodorant before I put my shirt on usually, so I won't have to fight through the shirt. I'll just be able to and then it's super easy, super done. I like the circular shape because it fits in my hand easier versus the oblong shaped ones. That's just my experience. I like Bobby's spray on idea too. I got like a little spritz of cologne. I'll do a little spray from time to time if I'm going out and trying to be all fancy. But I usually just do the deodorant. And again, if I just shower that morning and like, I don't know, I've like forgotten the deodorant, it's not like, damn, Tom's stinky. But I do like to have accessible deodorant that's easy to use for me in case got some rank pits. I want to freshen up, which I think happens to the best of us. Um, and yeah, that's basically my grooming, my freshness.
Yeah, I think
That's it.
that's a pretty
I
good.
think
We covered pretty a little basic on everything.
we should talk
So
about
I
our sponsors before we have to wrap up real
yeah,
quick.
that's what we need to finish up with here. Eh.
Take it away, Tom.
Well, we're talking about fashion, and you're only as beautiful and as accessible and as good as your accessories. And we got an amazing company this month that does awesome wheelchair bag accessories for you. Feeldom, adaptive wheelchair bags. Check them out. We got a little commercial to show you guys. I'm going to grab my Feeldom bag while we're showing this off to you. But Shawn, why don't you let it run real quick?
All right. I guess I did take the time to make it. It's only about 50 seconds, so
I mean,
my
I
spasms
didn't.
are going crazy right now.
We'd run it.
Oh, maybe you're.
There it is. All right. So yeah, these are the bags. That's their buddy bag. It's the one I just showed. I actually now have one without that little puppy patch. They sell it with both. But they're made from South Korea. They're a really cool company, handmade, hand stitched. Everything is really high quality. All the zippers are easy to move, easy to use. Just really nice bags. Really cool company. And if you have any issue at all with the bag, they will replace it. Like literally, there was one small issue with one of the zippers on the bag, and they replaced the bag. Like, and it was honestly nothing that affected the bag in any way. They have a bunch of different styles and stuff, so check them out at their website, feeldomlife.com. So yeah, that's our sponsor for
And
this month. They're really cool bags.
I'm like really serious too. Accessories can really help make you feel good. They can help make you look cool and look fresh. And having like a nice, cool bag that fits good on your chair, fits good with your style, it's something that I like personally. I'm like always really picky and choosy about my bags and how they hang on my chair and how accessible they are. These are amazing. Again, to be honest, this bag is a little bit bigger than I'd normally probably get, but I'll tell you what, it hangs on the side of my chair, super sleek, super close. I don't have any issues going through any doorways. I don't have any issues accessing it, and in fact, it's like way more accessible than my the bag that I'm currently using. So I'm kind of in transition a little bit, but in any event, thank you, Feeldom, for all the love and the support. It was really great getting to hang at the Abilities Expo this year, and we cannot forget about mobility professionals and urology professionals. They've been with us since the start. They'll be with us till the end. They are amazing and give Live to Roll so much love and support. We are forever thankful and grateful to them. Mobility Professionals is a rehabilitation equipment special company out here in Southern California, specializing in wheelchairs and similar mobility equipment. If you are fortunate enough to be out in beautiful, sunny Southern California and you're in need of an awesome, amazing wheelchair, go give them a call, check
Shit.
them out, let them know Live Pearl sent you. And similarly, their sister company, Urology Professionals, is national. They can service you with your catheter supplies anywhere in the beautiful United States of America. And let me tell you, no quad para individual that uh, is in need of catheter supplies in order to maintain proper bladder health um, should be wanting or in need of catheters. Urology professionals will make sure that you are not one of those individuals. If you need them, they'll get them to you. They'll get you samples to figure out what you need, and then they will also do a lot of the work when it comes to talking with your insurance, talking with who needs to be talked to get them to you for as little cost as possible. So thank you guys. Love
Yeah, thank
you.
you guys. We appreciate
Mobility
our
for
sponsors.
Neurology
Great show
Check
Professionals.
them out.
today.
All their info's down below. And Mr. Wheels asked if they have different colors. I think for the one I showed, they have like a blue and a gray. Each bag has a couple different colors because they have different sizes and styles and a bunch of different bags, but they do have some different ones. And Live to Roll merch. The hat is dope. Thanks, bro. We do have a bunch of dope hats out right now. And shout out to Mr. Wheels Thinks. What Mr. Wheels Thinks. You guys check out his channel. We met him at the Abilities Expo in LA. Super dope. One of the homies. So yeah, check his stuff out. We're gonna link everything down below too.
The sexiest, most functional, accessible clothing around just happens to be in the Shopify link right below this video. You click, it'll take you right to all the beautiful, amazing Live to Roll merch. You want to look good, you want to look swagged up, you want to go out on a Friday night, be like, damn, I'm feeling good tonight. Order yourself some of those clothes, wear them out.
Yeah, we got our new Wheel Strong family shirts that me and Tom are rocking right now. So check these out. We got gray, green, and we even got kids sizes too. So get one for the whole family.
These beautiful, amazing Live to Roll hats you can go and check out. And the material and the fit and everything, I promise, is amazing, exceptional, top quality, and designed in mind of quadriplegics and paraplegics who rock it in wheelchairs. Bobby, don't be laughing at me. I'm trying to hustle over here. Okay?
No, that's awesome, bro.
I love it when you do that. It's just great.
We love it, dude. Yeah, we need to sell some of the merch. So besides just at the expos, we need some more online stuff. So it would be great if we get some of the support there, you guys. Thanks. But also shout out tomorrow we got Tom coming on for some gaming again Wednesdays, and then on Thursday. What week is this? This week's this is Bobby's week, the 4th week. We got Rolling Over the Hill with Bobby and Robert coming up on Thursday as well for the
we're going to be talking about whining. We're going to whine our ass off. We're
so
in pissy
you want to hear some
week.
old guys whining on Thursday? Check that out.
Old guys whining. We're sick of this
or
rant.
you want to come and join in on the wine fest? Come on.
And then we'll also Rihanna will be on next week with the women doing another women's disability show. So check out all the great Live to Roll content, you guys. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Live to Roll.
Live to Roll, everybody.